Hello, everyone. Dan back here with you. We're going to start on stage 3. I'm beginning with issue 7, and that involves a couple of the brackets, support brackets for the skeleton, and we're going to work a little bit on the back of the cobra neck. You have a couple of one of the phaser emitters and phaser banks, and that's it for stage 7. So let me slide this over a little bit, get my hobby knife and cut open the package here. Parts out. Alright, we got some AP screws, and we've got the back of the cobra neck, and this is a plastic part. So anything we're going to be doing there is going to be the screws with the second letter being P. There's your brackets. We'll just go ahead and pop those out and set them off to the side here. They put these in here really good too. It's almost like they vacuum formed the plastic holder around the part. I don't think I'm in any danger of breaking it. Go. Alright, that over there, and got some more screws here. And our springs, these are our springs for the phaser banks. And like I said, no one has quite figured out, or not that I've seen, on exactly why these phaser banks on the cobra neck have a little, almost they're like a push button, but no one seems to know exactly what their function is. Okay, we've got some BM screws, and one last piece which doesn't seem to want to slide out is the cap for the phaser bank part. There we go. And we get that part out. That's that. And we will, and what I always do is I always put my screws away first. So I got AP screws, and they will be going into that. And where's my knife? There it is. Okay. And the BM screws. Okay, and I'm going to not open that spring packet yet till we see exactly what's first on the agenda here. Okay, so we'll skip to the actual construction phase here, and we're going to be putting the phaser bank on first. So, pull this out of the way, over here to where I can see it. Put my towel back down, since we'll be laying this kit part on the surface of the mat, and the surface of the mat is kind of rough. I did mention, I think maybe in a previous video, if I didn't, I'm thinking about getting that Parts Works cushion mat for detail work, for stuff like this, from Eaglemoss. So, like I said, there's your back of your cobra neck, and I'll be darned if that doesn't look like it's warped. That looks like it's warped to me. I think it's not deformed, so it'll probably straighten out when I attach it to the framework, but that kind of bothers me a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if, let me see if I can zoom in. If you can kind of see how that's sitting flush, but I don't know, it looks warped. So we'll see how it goes here. I may actually take a photo of that and send it to Eaglemoss. But then again, I've had this for about three plus weeks. I think they give you 2 weeks to report anything wrong with the part. And like I said, I think it'll be fine because it is plastic, it's not metal. So I think when I attach it to this side is just a little bit higher, but I think when you attach it to the frame, it'll pull it all into place, I hope. Right on here, this is a thing they haven't done very well at Eaglemoss with the cleanup. This is where the sprue attached to the part when it was molded, and there's still a burr left on the part where it came off the sprue. But because this is going to be visible, I can't really sand that because it's black paint, or the part is molded in black plastic for light blocking purposes. So I can't really sand that either. So that's kind of unfortunate that they didn't clean that up a little better coming out of the mold, or when they took it off the sprue tree. Anyway, all right. Let's see. We are doing the port side, and really you can only do it one way because the phaser, I guess you could put this over here. It's probably interchangeable because the pegs are exactly the same location and the same thickness. But all right, that just goes on like that. And let's see, I'm going to need some AP screws, so I'm going to go ahead and get those out too. A couple of AP screws, so that we're all ready to go there. And since we're going into plastic, no need for oil in this case. And now we're going to need those springs. And I know a lot of people, several times I've seen on the builds, they get to this stage and the springs are stuck together. Oh, mine fell apart very easily. There's going to be somebody saying, oh yeah, fine. His came apart easy. Mine were stuck together. I had to unfasten them. All right. I'm going to pick that up off of the towel because it's actually causing the phaser bank to kind of sit back, kind of bounce around a little bit. Okay, got that. And now, let's see how that goes on. This is the left, and I'm looking to see if there's anything. Looking to see how that, yeah, it looks like it goes on just like this. And these fit right down over those pins. If I can get them to line up. Okay, that one's lined up, that one's lined up. I'm going to hold it in place here, in theory. Hold it in place. That's the key here. And then get my screw started. Sorry if I get out of camera here. I'm trying to line this up and hold this in place. I'm not going to tighten it all the way down. I just want to get it started to where it's biting. That way I can concentrate and let go of that edge there. And get this one. Sorry, I think I slid out of camera range here a little bit. Alright. That one is now started. Doesn't seem like it's fitting properly, but it's on exactly the way that the instructions show it. That doesn't look right. That does not look right at all. And that's the way the instructions show. So we'll tighten it down and maybe it'll... Okay, stop tightening. Felt like it was starting to strip. That's not right. That is just not right. That is not right at all. That is not right at all. I think it's reversed. I think that should be reversed, because that didn't fit. Either that or that didn't fit down properly. I think this is supposed to be reversed. That just didn't make any sense. Yeah, that makes more sense, I think. Get it to fit this way. Well, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. That's... I think. That pin didn't snap off, did it? No? No, it's just shiny. Well, there's not much to do in this step, but it's certainly proving to be a little bit of a challenge here. Alright, we're going to pull those springs off for a moment. So I want to see, am I having an issue with the hole in the retainer piece here? No, they just fit right down over that. See, that's how that should fit. That spring, that should come right down over top of that. This is proving to be a little bit of a, like I said, a challenge. And I think the instructions are wrong on the way that is oriented, because they've got, know if you can see it. You see how this tab is set up and away from the surface of the retainer clip, but this tab is level with the surface of the retainer clip. It's just an extension of the clip itself. And they show that offset tab goes here, or no, I'm sorry, they show that the offset tab goes down here, but it doesn't fit. If I put it on that way, it sits at an angle, and I think it's supposed to go the other way around. So, or yeah, it's supposed to go the other way around, which is the way I had it just here. But I'm having trouble getting the pegs on the phaser bank to line up in the holes, even though the distance is exactly the same. Oh yeah, and you know what? Well, I think, no, maybe not. I was thinking that the clip was actually slightly curved as well, but it's not. There. I think I got it there. That looks better. I'll put the screw in. And of course I'm right-handed, so let's go over here and start. Let's get the screw started. And it should go in fairly easy because I've already got it. Well, maybe. It's not catching. There we go. Not going to tighten it down yet. I want to get this one over here in. Oh yeah, that fits so much better. Alright, so mistake, Eaglemoss. On the instructions. Instructions actually show it reversed, at least the way I'm looking at the instructions, and I'm not looking at them upside down. That and that's why that screw wasn't grabbing, was because it wasn't going in far enough because of the way the piece was oriented. There we go, that's a better feel. There. Alright. Flush fit. I think it did crack that, but it's anchored now. It's not going anywhere. And if worse came to worse, I could always super glue that, but you don't want to do that. Alright. Ooh, it's not moving. Not over here. Well, something is wrong. Did I get it down too tight? That should spring. Alright, we're going to have to disassemble this again. Something was preventing that from working. I think I did. It looked like it did crack that side of the mounting lug. Now there's one of the. I'm a little bit worried about that. It did. It cracked the mounting lug, and I hardly even put anything on there. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it is supposed to go the other way. Well, I think it is. It's supposed to go the other way, and I kind of ruined that. Let's see. Like I said, Kind of worried. I think that cracked the screw, the lug. Alright, I'm going to have to backtrack. Eaglemoss was correct initially. Yep. Just a little more. I'm probably going to put a little dab of super glue on that, on that, because I don't think you can. I don't know if you can see it or not. Right here, right there, it looks like the lug cracked. And I wasn't really tightening anything down there before in that first try. But it now functions. I think when the framework goes over that, that'll hold it in place too, but I'm not sure on that. So, on to the next part in stage 7. And we're going to set this over to the side because we don't need that again in this stage. Here we bring back our beginnings of our framework. And we will be using BM screws, I believe. Yes, BM screws. And we're going to need 4 of those. And once again, you just locate where this, this locates up here near the top edge. And we're going to get this started. We're going into metal. Get a little oil. A little bit of a well to drop your screw into. So press a little bit to get it started. Okay, it's started. I just wanted to get it started. And oil. Into the well. And this one will tighten. Good. Now we can tighten this one up. And good and solid. Alright, we got our second piece, and that kind of lines up with this one here. And we'll get our little screw. So one thing about this towel, it's sometimes the metal, it like pinches the fiber, and it's a microfiber towel, but it has a tendency, actually I think it has a tendency to stick to my fingers because my fingers are, my hand is kind of dry, the skin is kind of dry, so it tends to grab my fingers. The microfibers tend to grab my fingers. So by the time I get this video up, it's going to be after Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a good holiday. I don't know if there's any football fans out there. I watched a little bit today. I haven't watched much football this year, but I watched most of the Dallas-Las Vegas game. I still want to call them the Oakland Raiders. I'm sorry. That's going to take me a while. I never got used to calling them the LA Raiders when they were in LA either, so they've always been the Oakland Raiders. That's the team. I grew up in that era when they were always the Oakland Raiders. So it's like I said, it's going to take me a little while to get used to that. All right, good and solid, and that's it for stage 7. Like I said, not much to do, and I created a little bit more work there than I needed to. So like I said, everyone, hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving, maybe a good holiday weekend coming up, and we will see everybody here with stage 8 on the next video. So until then, everybody take care, have a good day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.